So yeah, don't hesitate. If you've got any questions before you make the move, feel free to ask myself, Hells, Beaver. We'll definitely help you out and get you pointed in the right direction. But all the Wednesday night fight content's going to be there for you guys. Nothing's going to change. It's just more localized for everyone. Looks like our teams are picking tanks here. GKILL coming out with two E5s, 57 heavy and IS7, where I4NIX coming out with two 57 heavies, two IS7s, and a batch hat.
It's always exciting.
Looks like GKILL's going to match that.
It's always explosive. I mean, it's either right off the bat, right there in Death Valley, you have the instant brawling going on, or if you got the rotations, who could take the hill, the lighthouse, get shots down. It's going to be exciting to see what goes on here. Leech already kind of went through the tanks. Pair of bad chats over on
the only
GKILL
things
side.
that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the only thing that they've added, Hell, sorry, is the E100s, which I'm sort of surprised to see. I always find that this map is sort of a race to the flag, which is, of course, down the 1-2. If you get that location in and around that middle hill on the 3-4 line, E3, E4, I feel like you've got map control. I'm curious to see, it'll be interesting to see what these E100s can actually do.
Yes.
I really think that it comes down to where they spawn in. Hopefully they don't get left in the back. But you are right, Hells. This can be a very high impact, high energy fight where it could be a straight up brawl down the 1-2 line. Or we could see some creative moves up top. There is a handful of options. Curious to see which team will capitalize. GKILL, like you mentioned earlier, sort of new to the stream. On the other hand, I4NI's been around long enough that I think we all know who they are and what they can be capable of doing.
Yes, sir. All right, so here we go. I do see the North sometimes here does have a little bit of an advantage because of the boost spot at the D4 on the hill. I don't see anybody. I would have liked to see those E5s take it and then been able to already get shots going across. Disillusions, man, he's already up there. Here comes the two-line push. Everybody all in. 57 heavies are going to break off.
Looks like these E100s of I4NIX are just going to make their way right at the front of the line here, which I like to see. Disillusion, I guess he's got some support. He's got 257 heavies making their way up there, so he's not left out up the creek without a paddle. He's got some support. Cap pressure.
GKILL's Bad Chats coming on the flank. They're going to be on the rear of Big Ron and Rain Man here momentarily. Give them about 20 seconds. So this is going to get real explosive down here in Death Valley. IS-7 of LBF and the 57 of Bobo doing a great job holding off these four tanks. Bad Chats are in now. Here they come.
Here they come. Big shot going into Michael. Looks like Michael's a target. Michael goes down real fast. Big Ron's notice that they've got some enemies in behind. He's going to turn right the ship. But they're just picking away here. These two batch shots are just picking away at these E100s. Big Ron's going to try to move up and put a little pressure on them.
But now Big
up top,
Ron, man. Yeah, up top. Look at this action going on with the pair E5s.
And I4NIX's batch hat Disillusion just
HK
got him behind
permanent
pills
ammo
here.
racked.
Back and forth we go.
Look at that reload on HK. Man, that is a snail's pace. GG's. Oh, and then Reaper gets ammo racked. Bolt 57's ammo racked now against two E5s that reload every 7.5 to 8 seconds. If properly done right.
Disillusion's got to do some work then. He's got to help these guys out. He's got to get in there now because here comes GKILL's batch hats. They're just coming in behind, almost pulling a Smill here. Very sneaky with their batch hatch, just getting in behind everything, causing a bit of chaos here.
Yeah, there's a
I think this is going to GKILL, just based on what I'm seeing up top. GKILL looking strong here.
Yeah, their bad chat play
this Lucian
was
goes
much
down.
stronger.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they worked together really well. Got in behind, caused a bit of chaos, and now they've got the hill. They've got the high ground. They're just going to keep pushing in here. Smelling blood in the water. Courteous, he's going to go down next here. Voteless just flying around in his batch hat. Bobbing and weaving.
Bobo, man, this guy has been putting in work. He's still alive. He was taking on Michael, just all of them. The whole team that was
holding down that 1-2 line.
One tank.
Here. Very, very well done. Excellent strat. I mean, they pulled that off pretty much perfectly.
Hollywood here, last man standing. Hollywood goes down. First round going to GKILL. Great job. I liked it, man. GKILL almost, man, light on their feet and just wrecking people. Look at that. Bobo. I want to look at this. Bobo coming down here. So Bobo only received 1,200, blocked 490, but he was there the entire match with 2 IS-7s and 2 E100s in his space the whole time, throwing out 2 kills with 42.55. Big shout out to that man. And then let's the E5s here, 26.73. Hills and his E5 coming out with a 2K, but the Voteless coming out with a 3K, 3 kills. Wow. LBF got focused out.
I like
really
the
early.
flank. If for a moment there, until you mentioned, to be honest with you, that went unnoticed. I did not see GKILL's batch hats making that move, and it went undetected. As soon as they came around the corner, sure, the jig is up, but it was too late. Those guys were unable. They were able to unload their clips, and the E100s were unable to react fast enough. Big Ron tried in his IS-7 moving up to relieve a little bit of the pressure, but by the time he got there, it was just too late. I mean, the damage was done, and the batch hats, they just turned around and hauled butt out of there.
Yeah,
made it around top and got hill control, where a couple unfortunate situations with I4NI's 57 heavies getting ammo racked. That's terrible to have your autoloaders ammo racked, guys. That just takes them right out of the fight. And GKILL's batch hatch just swarmed in, cleaned up. It's not like they overdid it with the damage in terms of the fact that they're autoloading medium batch hats. I mean, still, like you mentioned, Voteless with 3 kills, 3,100. That's fantastic. But on the other hand, his counterpart only putting up a 21.58. I mean, that's not too shabby, but still, just them being there was causing enough chaos where I4NIX just didn't have a chance.
Yeah, their turrets was turning everywhere. Just a highlight note from I4NI side, Virus and his E100 did manage to block 2880 and also put out 3951 in damage. Rainman and his E100 with the 2 kills, 2661, and also blocking 2Ks. So they were doing their work, but yet again, it was just the E100s were overmatched with all the mobility of GKILL. I mean, I commend it. Let's see what they're going to change up. What is I4NI going to do? I already see an E5 coming out over on the I4NI side. Honestly, with GKILL, I wouldn't change a darn thing. Would you, Leech?
No, I'd keep it right where it's at. I think their loadout was perfectly fine for what they're trying to accomplish. Some flanking, some heavy armor, some DPM. I wouldn't change a thing. But with I4NI, I like what they did with the E100s. They pushed them where they should have been, but I still think there's not a lot of areas for them to side scrape or hide, adjust, and they're sort of caught out in the open. So they're going to learn from that mistake, which was a minor one, and they're going to bring in some more mobility with their IS7s and the E5. And they've got a couple autoloaders, 57 heavy to batch at. Then HK is going to bring in the big gun, the E4. So
E4.
there's still pretty much the same amount of firepower coming out of I4NIX, but there is a little more mobility. And I think they've, GKILL's proven that mobility wins on this map. I mean, you get caught up the creek without a paddle like they did.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, let's
Get in
boogity boogity.
behind
Let's go do some tanking here. Round 2 on Cliff. Dex, what would be our next map after this one?
Our next map after this one? Guess what it is, Hells?
Oh, no, don't tell me. All right,
Brock.
Yep. I love Proc. I do. But if you see it the amount of times that I see it, I feel like I have my own little condo up on the hill with my own little, those little powered binoculars that they're on top of the Empire State Building and stuff. Yep. I feel I've already bought myself a little plot there to watch the battle over and over.
With a couple meter thick concrete walls?
Oh, no. Risk it for the biscuit, man. You gotta go all in. Talk about risk it for the biscuit here. I4NIX is completely going up top. They are foregoing the bottom. So let's see how this is going to work out for them. Oddball and LBF both down low in their IS7s. Kind of posted up, waiting to see. Bobo is in the back, waiting for the shots to be seen. But, all right, Disillusion spots up Voteless Apollo. That was kind of unnecessary shot there. They don't need to know you're coming.
I mean,
now they're lit up.
Yeah, GKILL, the door is wide open for these guys to get up into that sweet
no.
spot, like I mentioned.
This is gonna be a
they know
shooting
where they are
gallery.
now. Yeah, it's going to be back and forth here. I want to see I4NIX make a move fast here because the 57 heavy, Bobo, Oddball, and LBF are out of the fight right now. If I was
Yep, go.
I4NIX's caller, I'd be pushing in hard right now on that 57 heavy and that E5. GKILL's trying to risky play here, sending their batch hats around the lighthouse. Here comes a push here. Lots of shots going in. Bud Knight's getting smacked around here. Pills is getting pushed in here by Michael. Here comes Reaper. Reaper's going to put a big shot in here on the side of Bud Knight. Bug Knight goes down. Just a swarm. I think I4NIX made the next best play there by pulling up and
HK's did he lag
addressing
out?
them.
Uh-oh. They have a tank down. Disillusions goes down. E4 lagged out of the game. Not good, especially being trapped right there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
LBF now just taking advantage of it. Big Ron being trapped. He should have rolled. Honestly, right now they're focusing on HK. Ron, get out of there, man. You know that they just fired. Go ahead and roll it. Oh, getting double ammo-racked.
But I mean, we've got two IS7s, a 57 heavy, and an E5 of I4NIX coming around on Oddball here.
Oh, look at all the bounces though on Oddball. Virus went up there.
Make those shots count.
Was really aggressive, but then there's some shots went to the back end of it. LBF full health. Ooh, good bounce on Michael's turret.
Oh, down goes HK finally. A little time wasted on him. I mean, still anyone's game here. Very close. Damage is pretty much even. This comes down to just focusing your shots and making them count. Down goes LBF with a big shot. Oddball taking a hit.
Oddball needs to go down. There we go.
Down goes Oddball, but here comes Volus in behind here. Spinning around in his bat shot. He's going to clip out Rain Man real fast here. Doesn't even know it's happening. He's going to run out of here, get a reload.
There's a track
2 on
shot.
2. Oh, gets tracked. Get out of there. You got to move. Reaper's going to get another shot in on him here. Oh, he's relenting or decided to pull back on that one. I'm
One
pretty
more
sure he could have
shot.
got a shot in there.
Bobo gone.
Courteous.
Wow.
Boom.
Virus taking his job. Virus doing a great job on staying smooth and everything. Honestly, I think Virus was part of B, dude. Honestly.
I don't recognize his name. Bolus is going to come in here. No fear.
Return of the king, it looks like. The king is trying to take back his crown. That would be the E5, the original bad boy of the heavies. I actually remember that when the IS-7, they're like, ah. Well, you know, pre-updates and stuff like that, and this HP buff really, really helped put the IS-7 well over. And then them nerfing the E5 Commander's Hatch. That was such a, you know, I didn't have no
That
problem.
changed everything.
Yeah, it did. And honestly, I don't, you know, so many people, I mean, people are like that. If one tank seems overpowered, everybody, you know, the E5 wasn't that bad. I mean, you could still spin the turret, you could still take it on and still kill it. So I don't see why everybody, you know, really had that. And then when the IS-7 got the fix that it should have had from the very beginning, I think these two bring back the greatness of the E5. You know, honestly, fix the commander.
I mean, they are fun to watch. They're fun to watch and they're fun to play with when you don't have that weak spot. But
yeah,
I mean, that weak spot's sticking out like a sore thumb, and you've got the wrong tanker in front of you on the right side of a barrel, staring that thing down, threading needles and poking away at your hatch. It can be quite frustrating because it is hard to line a shot up when you're getting penned in spots that you feel like you shouldn't be. And then to counter that is pulling up with an IS-7 where you don't have a lot to shoot at. If that thing's sitting hull down, it's quite difficult to pen. You don't have enough heat or enough HE to really do anything against an IS-7.
yeah. All right, so
I mean, I like the E5, but with the buffs and the updates, I mean, if your opponent's going to put it out there, then why not?
yeah,
But
exactly.
I'd rather see an IS-7. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on this one. GKILL rolling out a pair of batch hats, T57 heavy, pair of E5s, and a pair of Chiefs. I4NIX rolling out with the 140, 3 batch hats, an IS-7, an E5, and a Chieftain. So there's a lot of mobility over on the I4NIX side. So here we go. First round out on Proc. Thank you for everybody tuning in.
Everyone loves seeing a good old proc fight. Lots of different ways to win the fight, that's for sure.
Yeah,
all
most
kinds of
definitely.
strategies.
Yeah, I mean, 1-2 line pushes. You have the hill push. You have the hold down on the 7 line. You have it's just so many different variations of different tactics. On this map here, we're watching a Themis all in butt for that hill. Let's see if he can make it. And it doesn't really look like... I do like the position of the E5 and the Chieftain. They're staying on that side of the tracks. I think was HK waiting for the other 2 mediums to catch up? Illusion's up there doing crazy spots. Need time for him to get out of there. He saw the team. He needs to roll. There you go. Big Ron and both those guys spot up voteless. Just got to be careful here. Michael really rolling up. Good shot to Bobo. But Big Ron getting absolutely punished. His lower plate completely exposed. Here comes the mediums now of I4NIX coming up the railroad tracks.
Coming in full blast.
There.
Here we go.
Chaos time.
Dropping in. Bobo's the target. Double
Whoa,
tap, triple
good
tap.
night.
Bobo goes down. In
Oh my God,
heartbeat.
ammo rack. Pills
down
gone.
goes Pills.
Bud Knight
Oh, down
gone.
goes Bud
Oh
Knight.
my God, here we go.
This is chaos. Here we go. Volis getting tracked. Now he goes down in a triple shot. LBF is next on the menu. I4NIX smelling blood in the water here, just swarming. Nice focus fire. Down goes LBF.
Now they got a choice here. You got Themis on a reload out distance, but yep, go take out that Chieftain. Big Ron's probably going to go, oh, he gets a magical bounce. We're waiting for those bat chats to get reloaded again.
Michael coming over the top. There's a shot there. HK coming in behind, drops oddball. And the lonely bat chat getting chased down by Disillusion. He's going to be fully loaded here.
Disillusioned wants to get the ram to get the track, but boom,
Oh,
there
a
it
long
is.
shot. A long shot.
Oh my God. You gotta love
I4NIX
chaos
coming
plays.
out on top.
You gotta love those chaos plays. It catches so many
Yeah,
people
they're fun
off
to
guard.
watch. Absolutely.
Now that's what I'm talking about on a proc match. Hell yeah. GG's I4NIX. That's a show.
Yeah, they sat back in the beginning. They kind of, huddled up under their railway overpass tunnel, whatever you want to call it. It looked like they were going to play real passive, and then those bat chats just came swarming in. Once they came over the top, GKILL's turrets were on the swivel, and then the I4NIX heavies come over, and it's just one tank after another popping.
Yeah,
Three tap, pop, just nonstop. I mean, that took 2 minutes? Not even?
Not
3
even
minutes
that.
tops?
I think the whole actual battle part was 1 minute and 30 seconds. They took
Yeah,
longer to get
very
organized.
exciting.
And then the damage
Yeah,
spread across the
absolutely.
whole team. Everybody's pushing the 2K mark. Everyone
Everyone chipping in.
Yep, everybody. That's what you'd like to see. Let's see how they do this out now. GKILL wondering, do we set up for this mad rush again? What do we do? And then I4NIX, you wouldn't think that they're going to do it again. You would think now they're going to do a nice control, map control type scenario. I don't know. We're going to find out yet again. Wow. Great. We'll have to definitely have Beaver make that, get that game clip out to onto YouTube. Watching the replay there, man, that camera had to keep moving it so fast because there was just so much action going on. So I4NIX this time still rolling triple bat chat, still has the 140. Vinny in the IS-7 this time round. Michael's running the Chieftain. Big Ron still in the E5. GKILL. Voteless back into the bat chat. You would think a Themis would probably get back into a bat chat. Reaper did deselect his 140 and gets into an E5.
Does Unglued bring out a batch hat is the question. Even things up.
Or even an STB1 could be interesting on proc.
Absolutely. I've seen players use them very well. That's one thing when it comes to tier 10. If you're good in the tank, you can use it well. It is a viable option.
I guess we're just
That's
waiting
for
for
sure.
Oddball lagged out sometimes, and hey, that's my saying, Tan. Sometimes you're the windshield, and sometimes you're the bug. That's my saying. Dang it. All right, there we go. So Oddball comes in, and Oddball going into the cheapest, so identical setup from GKILL, and a little bit of variance coming out for I4NIX side. So here we go, guys. Is it gonna be all over?
GKILL, I mean, coming up with the same loadout, they must have a plan. I'm curious to see if they can execute what needs to be done here. You've got 3 dangerous batch hats buzzing around out there, and I4NIX is not afraid to push those guys in first. A lot of firepower.
Alrighty. Bobo getting the unlucky 3rd K2 spawn this time around. All right, so LBF working both
Hey,
sides of the tracks.
Yeah, it looks like GKILL's going to split their forces here.
Illusion's going to come out.
This could work. I mean, they're in a position to box out I4NIX. I mean, they have cap control. I4NIX is just going to give that up. Mind you, if those batch hats can work that 1-2 line, get down around the J2 K2 location, all kinds of shots can be fired on GKILL's heavies. So they've got to be careful.
Hold. Michael able to put down shots downfield here. Let's. Big Ron now gets lit up.
I'd like to see GKILL move their batch hats down towards the B line and try to counter circle. The quick cap play, it can work, but unfortunately, there's not a lot of protection for GKILL's heavies. And if those batch hats want to move in, which they are going to do, they're going to move down the 1-2. I don't think this is going to work in favor of GKILL. I think I4NI's positioning is superior at the moment.
Bobo getting ripped, Leech. He is just getting, anytime he pokes up or anywhere, they've got his ticket, man. Now Pill's in the same position that Bobo was in. Now he's getting picked off. Oddball getting, oh, look at the shots go.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
My God.
Oddball getting wrecked. Quadruple tapped. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot. You're out of here. Holy cow.
Disillusion's, Disillusion's taking some big hits there. That man needs to run. Oh, 418, no radio.
Bobo's going next here. Reaper is just picking away at these guys.
LBF
Got alongside of them here.
LBF out of the fight. Bolus Apollo out of the fight. Athemus out of the fight. The heavies over here are Pills and Bud Knight, man. These guys are just not having a good day. One side they have Reaper.
Yeah, GKILL got themselves out of position, I feel.
Pills going down. Bud Knight going down. This should have been done a long time ago with these batch hats. They should have done, once Disillusion died, they needed to get in there and try to take out. But it almost too little too late now. 6B3. HK getting tracked. Double tap. HK's gone, but now Voteless Apollo's in the sight line of all the heavies. Vinny rolling in. Themis getting ammo racked. Man, just look at these rounds getting tossed down range. Themis just couldn't get anything going. Vinny just lighting up Voteless here. Everybody's just putting rounds down lines. Hollow going down. All that's left, LBF. GKILL wondering what happened. They had solid control. They were showing so good. And then I4NIX showing just a little bit more season on each other. Virus going to try to clip him out before LBF can take Virus down. But Fire, Michael with the Chieftain. There we go. That's it. I4NIX takes it. 3-1. Wow.
Another terrific night. Honestly, so much fun. I can't thank the teams, their captains. Just a fantastic night of tanking once again.
Look at the focus fire. Look at all the damage spread with all those heavies. Amazing coming out of I4NIX. That was some straight up on point firing. Great job.
Yeah, that quasi tap on was it Oddball?
Oddball.
I believe it was Oddball. I'm sorry, man. You just didn't have a chance there.
No.
Like, that was lightning fast. Whoever called that focus, great job. Terrific job. I mean, that's how you wipe tanks out. Everything penned. The guy was there and then he was gone.
Yeah.
Vaporized.
I mean, that's some serious focus fire. Just some really quick notes here. So Virus at the 3,800 with 3 kills. Michael and the Chieftain 3,600. Big Ron 2,200. Reaper Souls 2,500. Vinny with the 1,677. Bud Knight and his E5 did throw out 2K. LBF almost 2K out of him. And Apollo coming in with the 1,500. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you, Leech, for putting on such a great show for us tonight.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me. It's always a good
amazing.
time joining you guys and taking in the tank-on-tank action. It's certainly a lot of fun to be a part of. So thank you.
You're very welcome. Oh, man, guys. So a GKILL, great job coming out tonight, guys. Hell of a showing. Hope to have you guys out here more. Don't get discouraged. Hope you guys enjoyed yourself. Well,